back up in the fool. Fucking with my family, cool it, we can fool. Everybody getting money, getting dough.
Peace be to me in real life. It's your boy Real Life Reeno here, reminding you to always like, share, and subscribe, and turn those notifications on to stay updated for future content. I decided to pull out all my aesthetics today for y'all, you feel me? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got my Paula Santos over here, you feel me? For those of y'all who don't know, you feel me? You got this is how Paula Santos works. This is the ideology behind Paula Santos, okay? This is the earth. It's a bark from a tree, right? Feel me? The seashell represents the water. You feel me? As you know, you got the fire when you light this mofo up, okay? From the fire arises smoke and or air. You're using the four elements to create a cleansing and or purification of the environment. This is how Paula Santos works. Just gotta clear that out there, you feel me? While I'm throwing my aesthetics on, you feel me? While I'm portraying to you why these things are of importance, you feel me? They are not the importance, but they do contain the importance, because that's the overall message behind anything that I do, that anything that you use can be of importance. However, you can't get lost in the factor of it is the importance. Even if you don't burn Paula Santos, you still can internally output purification of the environment around you. You don't need this to do that. I just want to let you know this is how this, portrays this energy. But I'm finna like that later when I spark up, you feel me? I just want to let y'all know I got my aesthetics today, you feel me? I got my Paula Santos, you feel me? I got my Obsidian on, you feel me? Y'all already know. I got my thinking utensils, you feel me? Like, you already know. I even brought my sound bowl. Now, my sound bowl was just because I just wanted to show y'all, you feel me? Like, I be tuning in, you feel me? Like, and all of this stuff, you feel me? I don't know if y'all remember the metaphysical story that I was telling y'all about, you feel me, in my local area. But all of this stuff, you could get it from Scented Dragon. Scented Dragon is my local metaphysical store. I don't know where you located at, and you feel me? But if you in the Fort Pierce, if you in the Treasure Coast area and you need some metaphysical stuff, whether it be for rituals, whether it be for just self-healing, crystals, you feel me? All of that framework type of thing, Scented Dragon, you feel me? Yeah, I don't know if y'all know how this works, but you feel me? You literally just swarm around it, and it creates this healing tune. Hold on, I gotta hold it the right way. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's singing. Yeah, but the sound is just supposed to, you feel me, purify the energy, you feel me, regulate everything to a more manageable frequency, all that good stuff. But that ain't really what I came here for y'all to talk about. That's just the prep, you feel me? I just had to let y'all know that I pulled out the aesthetics today, you feel me? And I ain't too much of an aesthetics person, because I'm more of a person of being. Like, I'd rather just, I don't like to perform spirituality. I like to be spirituality. You feel me? Yeah, but I know y'all noticed the change of environment. I decided to go live from the crib. Usually I go live from work at the shop, but today I decided to go live from the crib. Just a little change up. Cause my baby usually be up, but he's asleep right now. So I thought I'd take advantage to make a little, a little personal setting. You feel me? Less choreographed live, But yeah, man, while we waiting for me to finish up, the live today is gonna be about the illusion of choice. And basically we're gonna go over the illusion of choice, you feel me, and explain the aspects of the illusion of choice. And you know, as always, we gonna loop around to the factor of how, you feel me. Although it does have its significance, the most significant thing you can know about life is to continue to breathe. You feel me? As long as you're doing that, you're alright. You alright. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You'll be alright. Brando, what's happening, fam? Yeah, man. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. My bad, my bad. You know, I tell y'all a lot of time, you feel me? I don't really expect people to watch my content, you feel me? I make content because I make content. You feel me? And the people that it's important for, they get it. The people that it ain't, they don't. What's happening, fam? God damn, boy, niggas ain't seen your ass in a minute. Alright. We'll start with this lesson, you feel me? Ain't really a lesson, it's just, you know. Drop this right there. Alright, so remember, we got the earth, the water, the fire, and the air. Boom. That's all you need for purification. That's all you need for purification. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright. Now we done set the framework, or the foundational framework for some conscious, you feel me, discussions. So, the illusion of choice. The illusion of choice has a couple different aspects to it, you feel me? Because you always have the lower aspect and the higher aspect, even though they're both just aspects, you feel me? Let's not get lost in that. You have that one branch of the illusion of choice that is, you feel me, there is a hierarchy of companies, parent companies, and every other small company in some way, shape, or form falls under those parents. Companies which give you the illusions that you're buying different products from different places, when in all reality, they all come from the same mother of one source. That's the physical aspect, man. From a higher dimensional aspect of it, this is the concept that the supreme source is playing this epic game of forgetting that it's source, you feel me? In order for God to experience himself through you, he has to forget that he is God by putting himself into you. That's why babies come here without any type of knowledge or anything. The purpose is to forget and then to remember. You feel me? The purpose is really the experience. The purpose of life itself is the experience. But the purpose of this aspect of life is the remembering and forgetting game. It's a divine game of remembering and forgetting. You forget that you were a God, and then you get the liberation, or you get that reward, that great achievement, that rush of dopamine when you come back to the conclusion of, oh yeah, I forgot. Of course, this was it. Like I forgot. Now that's the illusion of choice. You feel me? The illusion of choice is basically that fictitious belief that The illusion of choice is the false perception that you have the ability to choose. You feel me? Nobody has the ability to choose. It's not necessarily from a state of fate. You can't change anything because it's already been written. It's just from an aspect of, if everything is different aspects of one thing, there is nothing separate from it. There's no evil because there's no separation from good. There can't be anything but the one thing. If you're gonna say that there's evil, you're saying by default that you're evil because we're all aspects of the same shit. Like, feel me? Okay. This is a manifestation of the ego from a, you feel me, from a physical standpoint. It's the manifestation of the ego. It's the last mask of the ego, which is choice. Okay, why this is important? The ego, the pure, is the I. Okay, the ego is the I that separates you from everything around you. Okay, there's no like, okay, from a pure understanding of ego, that is it. It is literally just the awareness of this is me, and that is that. You feel me? Like, it's not about the negative temperaments typically associated with the ego, which I will discuss in a few moments. It is literally that pure essence of me, you, me. That's it. Not me over you, you over me, which is a further manifestation of the ego. But the simple aspect of it is, you are you, I am me. Bam. Without that, you don't get any of the differences of life. You feel me? The duality aspect of it. Awareness is non-dual. Awareness is just aware. The ego becomes aware of I. You feel me? Like, I am me type. That is the ego. The reason why most people associate ego with the lower level temperaments or the negativity aspects of things is because the ego in itself typically creates an environment for lower level functionality, suffrage, control, power, you feel me? Things like that. Like, it creates an environment for entrapment, realistically, you feel me? The gains and losses, like, it's literally what begins to limit the field. That's kind of, I guess that's really what the problem of ego is. It's the limiting factor. Once you separate me from them, you instantly made yourself smaller. Which is in a paradigm, it's a part of life. In order for you to be able to experience yourself, you have to separate yourself from yourself. Otherwise, you can never view yourself from yourself. You need a mirror or something like that. Like, you feel me? I can see everything on my body but my face. In order for me to fully experience myself, I need a mirror. I need a reflection so I can analyze myself from myself. But it has to be a separation. There is nothing you can use attached to your body that you can, like, unless you finna rip your eyes out and separate them from your body so you can then peer. Like, there is no other way for you to view the whole picture, for you to experience the whole picture. Okay, so you have that aspect of it. With the illusion of control, with the illusion of control is where it's coming from. It's the manifestation of ego. And then you have what is ego. It's just that non-dual. It's the dual perceptual aspect of self. It's that part of self that says, okay, although I am self, I am the field that everything encompasses and everything that is within it. And it separates that. Okay, although I know that I'm the field, right now I just want to pretend to be the grass. I want the experience of being the grass. Well, in order to be the grass, you have to forget that you're everything else. In order to fully be the grass, you have to forget that you're everything else. If you ever tried meditating, you understand what this is like. In order for you to fully get lost into meditation, you have to forget that you're alive. You have to forget that your body is there. You have to forget that there is a mind around you. You have to forget all of these fundamental concepts of living in order for you to break into that presence of being. I'm just here. You have to shadow through all of these dimensional concepts and get to that highest dimension of I'm just here. Like there's nothing to do because I am just here. Like that, and to a magnitude, that is the overall purpose. But there's still that inner aspect of now what? Like there's always that layer of now what? Once you get to that point, now what? And that's where the ego comes into play. Your ego is going to give you that purpose. The most important part of it, though, is the understanding of you are not your ego, so you don't serve it. Anything you obtain because that's what you were supposed to obtain. If you are not supposed to obtain it, you're not going to obtain it. There is no amount of ritual. There is no amount of reflection. There is no amount of exercise, practice. There is nothing you can do. If something is not for you, it is not for you. Why? Because no matter what dimension you own, you are you. And the things that you attract, the things that you do, the things that are around you, they are only a reflection of you. That's why certain things about you, other people can never experience how you experience. Why? Because that is your frequency. That is the frequency of you. And unless somebody has that same matching frequency of you, there is no way that they will understand what you are saying, like how you're coming. They won't understand your perception of what it is that you're going through. Hey, mommy. Yeah, but it's just a indifferent way of seeing it all. But I guess in a overall, you feel me, outlook of it, that's just the best way to think about it. Like if you're trying to, for the people who are trying to understand different dimensions and different aspects of the physical realm, the one thing that remains true amongst all of them, you don't necessarily raise frequency. Either you're on a higher frequency or you're not on a higher frequency. Like there are some things that a two-dimensional being just will never understand from a seven-dimensional perspective because they're a two-dimensional being. But without that two-dimensional being, that seven-dimensional being can't be that seven-dimensional being. Why? Because there's no lesser level for it to be able to compare itself to be able to deem itself on a greater plane. This is the importance of understanding the whole oneness factor of it all, because you don't belittle a two-dimensional being as you're a lesser being, because we are all still beings, and those beings come with limitations. We are all limited. Your limitation might be deemed more limiting than mine, but we all have limitations, and that is just the most important factor of it. And I guess that's where the humanity of it all comes into play. You know, it's just a balancing factor of it all. But yeah, I mean that's really what the topic of discussion was. You know, it was just the illusion of choice. You know, the illusion of having the ability to control the world around you, to manipulate the world around you, to rule it in your favor. The things that are meant to you because they make you you. Without them, you can't be you. You are just. In order for you to be the individual aspect of you that creates a individual experience, something that nobody else can witness other than you. That's why your 70 years on this plane is your 70 years on this plane. And if you got less or more 70 years, then that is your years on this plane. You feel me? That's what differentiates you from the rest of the plane. But the understanding of that is the acceptance of the chaos in it. It's how you make peace with it. It's just how you make peace with it. Instead of fighting the flow, you know, you be like water. And you just go with it. If you're not supposed to be the richest, most magnificent man in America, you're not supposed to be that. Just accept that, you know, accept your place in the world and accept all the fruit that come from the labor of being that individual. Because what a lot of people don't tell you is being those big, magnificent people in the world, it comes with its own phases of problems that realistically are just, yeah, they're not so preferred when you really think about it. Like, they'd rather be you when you really talk to them. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that's a way to think about it. I mean, I guess that's the perspective that I was coming from in so many words. Like, it's not necessarily that he made a lesser dimensional being, or like, right. He literally created another dimension. Like, okay, for everybody who is within me that feels the way that he feels is correct, you can go this way. But realistically, because he came from me, there is no separating from me. You can't go nowhere. I'm just allowing for where you're trying to, like, what you're trying to achieve it makes it achievable. Y'all can be over there, we could be over here, but we still can't go nowhere from each other. But it's not necessarily to say that they were guilty. They just shared alignment. I mean, to a degree, I mean, when you put it from a perspective of 1/3, when God would be considered the positivity, the devil would be considered the negativity, and then in the middle would then be created the humans, the neutral aspects of it, or the aspects of it that can be able to choose. Right. See, you see how it all came full circle? It's that aspect of God that's able to choose. Okay, I got the aspect of me that feels like that is created, you feel me, innately to be up. I got the aspect of me that's created innately to be down. And then I have the aspect of me that's created to pick one. And it's not to necessarily say from a place of being good or bad. It's just to pick. Like that's the aspect of experiencing myself. Like he probably, that was the first time he probably came into the contact of, like, time out, I can oppose myself? Like, well, of course, it's always the right to choose is always the right to choose. But I'm saying, like, before then, there was nothing to choose. With him came, he created the ability to choose. Before his choice, there was no choice. You just did. But from a higher, that's kind of like when the parent became a student, like, to a degree. Like, you broke it down to the level of, okay, well, I ain't never think about it that way, but the fact that you thought about it that way, that might be fun too. Like, you just broke something in me, which is still, see, all necessarily, but like, well, you know what? I can't understand, you feel me, the entire Christian aspect of it, just simply off of the factor of I ain't studied the religion enough. But the best thing I could say is, from a perspective of a fair God perspective, when I think of a fair God, if that's what you want, I'm gonna give it to you. Like, I don't know, right? Cause like, okay, I was just watching this video right before I started my live. I was just watching this video at KRS-One, and he was saying, he was telling Nick Cannon, he was like, yeah, but you know the crazy thing that happens with a God makes everything perfect. It's the solution to everything. So if you give a God poison, what it's gonna do? It's gonna take the poison and spit out a cure. It's the factor of there is no choice within the choice. Because whether the devil was the devil, whether Lucifer was the devil, whether Gabriel was the devil, whether Michael was the devil, one of y'all is gonna have to play this part. The end all be like, you know, the I guess the game factor of it, you know, like the ultimate variable is like which one of y'all is gonna be. Because there's certain aspects of it, like there's certain aspects of it with free will, with actual free will. There's certain aspect of it at that point even God don't have a hand in it. Right. But there's no right and wrong at that point. Which is like that's the like whew, I almost thought we had to care. Like that's that point of that. Like it's literally like this almost got serious. Like this almost got serious. Like we almost had to have like a whole massacre and us versus them and like, but it's like, phew, that was easy. It's the illusion of choice. I don't know. I think it's a magnificent illusion. I'm just glad that I see the illusion for what it is, you know. For whatever that come with, cause you know, I don't know. It don't seem like it come with nothing but headache for me. But you know, I enjoy, you know, my life for what it is. And yeah. Right. Which is when you do what any man is supposed to do. You're not supposed to fight that man about your house. You tell that man to go get his own house. Go get your own house. Go make your own house. Yeah, I give you the land to do it. Go make your own house. Cause we can't both occupy this. Now we both can occupy within this, but we both can't occupy this. Cause the way you want to run your ship and the way I want to run my ship, they the same, but they different. Yeah. But you still have to come from that higher dimensional aspect of it. You know, see, I know you're not going to agree with this. I know you, of all people, not going to agree with this, but it got to be said. You got to be said. Hold on. I got to figure out how long this video is. I think this video getting too long, but it got to be said. Lucifer sounds like an internal conflict that God was having with himself that he externalized. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, it literally sounds like he was in the middle of creating, and then he was kind of like, all right, I got these beings. Well, I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's too many characters for me. But yeah, like even Ma, like the man had a favorite character, man. Like he had a favorite character. Come on, bro, that's not fair. You're supposed to be the almighty supreme being. Like, Ma, he had a favorite character, Ma. Come on, you don't even have a favorite child. This man had a favorite character, Ma. Ma, a favorite like this nigga. Yeah, but everything that you create is already inside of you. Like, think about it. All the problems that you create outside of you, all the successes that you create outside of you, that's how you internalize what was happening to you. But in actuality, nothing like positive or negative was happening to you. Things were just happening to you. What's happening, Felix? Like, and I guess but the illusion of choice is literally just a play on preference. Like it's, you're picking which aspect of you prefer. Right, but it's just a pick on preference. It's not about, like, you know, like, it's not about, like, okay, he had a choice. Okay, he picked a choice. What about it? Is he wrong because he wanted to choose? Like, how is that wrong for me saying, like, I don't like this. I don't want to do I don't want to do this. It's like, and that's the dissolving question of the illusion of choice. Like, when, like, the purpose is just the experience. You are that specific experience. God is the part of this experience that is, like, almightily powerful. And then the devil would be the part of this experience that is almighty, like I guess from the negative aspect of power. But in essence, there are different aspects of the same essence. Without one, you can't have the other. Without the other, you can't have the other. But it's not even a balancing factor. It's just the factor. Like, it's the being of it all. Yeah, but he probably don't want to be there, Mo. Like, think about it. He don't want to be there. If he wanted to be, if that man wanted to be at my house, he would have been at my house. I'm definitely gonna have to put this as another, like, this is, you just making me a whole nother subsection of content with this one, because I've been finished my point a long time ago. I'm talking about the video, The Illusion of Choice Decoded, is gonna be cut out like a long time ago, but like this one right here was just gonna be a whole nother transcript. It's just like, you know, like, I don't know. This is probably gonna be like the theory of the absurd Christianity, you know. Like, I'm gonna have to find somebody else, like, who got like a different religious background, and they gonna have to, like, tell me about their religion, so like I could break it apart in like a mundane standpoint. Cause, like, yeah, I've been saying that though. I feel like the devil is an outward manifestation of the inward negativities, but on a God scale. Like, he's just a bigger negative. Like, it's always a choice. However, the important thing to understand is it's just a choice. See, from people who live in the presence, like, if you truly live in the presence, you feel me, you don't never really have to worry about it too much, to the factor of you naturally just, you feel me, you naturally just do positive things because you're a positive person. But you got people out here who still don't understand the full functionality of the choices that they're presented with, you feel me, or the illusion of them such thereof, that they manifesting like less preferred situations for everybody. based off of they imbalances, you feel me, in ignorance thereof. Well, yeah, man. Yep. See, there it is. There it is. That's why I'm glad that I was able to get out all of my actual, you know, my what is that? My content, my actual content. Man, my baby just woke up. Hey, my two. Yeah. It's just how I internalized it. You know, part of the time I don't be disagreeing. You know, I just be telling people how I internalized it. You know, to make sure that we on the same path. You feel me? And maybe you know, yeah. I guess it kind of sucks because you never really know if somebody understands what you understand. You just gotta hope for the best. Hey, my dad. It's a sound bowl. It's a sound bowl. It's a sound bowl. Oh, my lamb. See, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. The craziest thing is like my entire goal with my content is literally just to get people to stop every once in a while and have these type of present experiences. You feel me? Literally, to every once in a while, just live in the moment of like, don't nothing matter. I don't care what I got bills due. I don't care what type of like living situation I got going on. I don't care what it is that I'm trying to figure out. For the split second that I'm looking at this nigga on this screen, I get that feeling of, nigga, this is it. And to a degree, I think that's what every content creator really want. But like, I'm expressing it. I'm just expressing it at this point like that. Like this is the ultimate point of us, of what we do. We literally just want people to come to that final space of like, this video don't even matter. It's just the reason that I was able to get to this point of nothing matters. Like for this split second, don't nothing matter. We at Zen, you know, we in heaven right now. We in heaven on earth for this one little second. Yeah, man. Well, I hate to end the party, but you know, life is calling me, so I gotta get with the program. Right? But my outside moments have now arrived, so yeah. As always, peace to the mirror. Till next time, people.
I'm back up in the fool. Dealing with my family, coolin' we can't fool. Everybody getting money, getting dough.